Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Hope you're doing good. In today's video, we will discuss about what happens if Earth was flat. So let's get started. Earth, the blue marble, is our spherical home. But what if Earth were flat? After all, some people called flat earthers truly believe in this retrograde idea. How would everyday life function? Would it function at all? We explore how much of an oddball or odd slice Earth would be if it were flat, and whether there are any advantages to living on a strange disk with the sun and moon rotating overhead like a cosmic carousel. So, what happens if Earth was flat? First, say goodbye to gravity. On spherical Earth, gravity tugs equally on objects, no matter where in the world they are. For Earth to take the shape of a flat disk in the first place, gravity, as we know it, must be having no effect. If it did, it would soon pull the planet back into a spheroid. Maybe a flat Earth would have no gravity at all, as a solid disk like Earth would not be possible under actual gravity conditions. According to calculations in the 1850s by mathematician and physicist James Clerk Maxwell, or perhaps on a flat Earth, gravity would pull everything to the center of the disk, the North Pole. In that scenario, the farther away you are from the North Pole, the more horizontal the gravitational tug toward the central point of the disk, according to James Davis, a geophysicist at Columbia University's Lamont-Doherty Earth Observatory. This would wreak havoc worldwide, but at least the world-long jump record would be easily beaten. Second, it would certainly clear the atmosphere. With no gravity, flat Earth would no longer be able to hold onto the layer of gases called the atmosphere. The force of gravity is what holds this veil around our planet, and without this protective blanket, Earth's skies would turn black because light emitted from the sun would no longer scatter as it enters Earth's atmosphere and paint the skies the familiar blue we see today. The loss of atmospheric pressure would expose plants and animals to the vacuum of space, leading to asphyxiation in seconds. Louis Villazon, a zoologist and educator, wrote in BBC Science Focus, "Without an atmosphere surrounding the planet, water would initially boil away in the vacuum of space. That's because water boils when its vapor pressure equals that of the atmosphere, so lower atmospheric pressure means lower boiling point. Without an atmosphere to help warm the planet, the surface temperature would also plummet, causing any remaining water to quickly freeze. But it isn't all bad news, as deep ocean organisms, such as chemosynthetic bacteria that don't require oxygen, might just survive. After all, such bacteria have endured long trips to space and lived to tell the tale. Third, we'd all have to share the same night sky. A flat Earth would not be split into hemispheres like it is on our current orb, so night and day wouldn't be flip-flopped depending on whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. Also, the night sky, no matter where you stood on the planetary disk, it sure would make stargazing easier, as you wouldn't have to travel to a different hemisphere to tick off all the targets on your astronomy bucket list. But isn't that part of the fun? If we all shared one view of just one portion of the night sky, we'd miss out on the many ground-based discoveries that have been made due to our access to a 360-degree view of the observable universe from Earth. We'd have to solely rely on space-based telescopes to widen our view of the cosmos. Some journeys would take forever. Longer travel times can be expected, not just due to no GPS navigation issues, but also because of the distances we would need to travel. According to flat Earth belief, the Arctic lies in the center of the planet, and Antarctica forms a giant ice wall around the edge. This wall conveniently stops people from literally falling off the face of Earth. But if you are unable to fly around the globe and instead are forced to fly across it, then travel times would increase significantly. For example, to fly from Australia, which is one side of the flat Earth map, to a McMurdo station in Antarctica, on the other side of the flat Earth map, you would need to fly across the entire Arctic, as well as North and South America. You can also forget about trips across Antarctica, though this has been achieved many times on a spherical Earth, as that pesky ice wall would prevent such travel. Fifth, we would all get lost. It is likely that satellites would not exist if the Earth were flat, as they would have trouble orbiting a flat plane. There are a number of satellite missions that society depends on that just wouldn't work. James Davis, a geophysicist at Columbia University's Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory, said in a statement, "I cannot think of how GPS would work on a flat Earth," said Davis. "We depend on Global Navigation Satellite Systems, GNSS, for anything from the GPS services on your phone to travel information and supermarket just-in-time stock management to make sure produce arrives as fresh and as quickly as possible. And critically, emergency services use GPS to locate callers from their phone signal. The satellite communications could possibly save your life. It's hard to imagine a world without GPS. Suffice to say we'd be lost. On the upside, at least on flat Earth, humans would have the horizontal reign to point us in the right, well, north direction." So guys, that's for today's video. I hope you enjoy the video. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. And thanks for watching.